Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today we're digging into a piece of hardware that you might not think about until it's too late. We're talking about the NTI E-2D-48V. It's a small enterprise monitoring system, and we're going to explore why it's a quiet guardian for your most critical infrastructure.
Exactly. And the key is right there in the name, the 48V. This is aimed squarely at places like telecom switching sites, remote network closets, basically anywhere that runs on 48-volt DC power.
So not your typical office server room?
Not at all. We're talking about protecting against, the silent threats, a temperature spike, a rise in humidity, or the worst one, a water leak. Things that can just destroy network gear overnight.
And when it does detect one of those threats, it really makes sure you know about it. It's not just another email you might miss.
No, it's designed to be impossible to ignore. Of course, you get emails and web alerts, but you also get SNMP traps, a big red flashing LED, and this is the big one.
The phone calls.
It can actually trigger voice phone calls. Imagine that. In the middle of the night, your phone rings because a remote site is flooding. That's a different level of alert.
Okay, so let's break down the hardware. How do you actually connect those sensors to it?
It's pretty straightforward. You get two main sensor ports. They're RJ45 jacks, and then you have 5 digital inputs. These are sensitive to what's called dry contact closure.
Dry contact closure? That sounds a bit technical. Why is that important?
It's important because it means you can use the most basic, most reliable sensors out there, like a simple magnetic switch on a server cabinet door, or a float switch for water detection. It keeps the setup cheap and incredibly reliable for these remote sites.
Got it. So it's built for simplicity and toughness. What about growth? What if you need to monitor more things later on?
Scalability is definitely built in. The unit itself is 0 RU, so it takes up no rack space at all. And you can actually cascade up to 4 of these things together, all managed for just one web interface.
One single pane of glass.
Right. And you can add expanders to that master unit to connect up to 24 different one-wire sensors. Plus, and this is crucial, it has one output relay. That gives you physical control.
Okay, that output relay seems like a game changer. It's not just listening anymore, it's doing something.
Absolutely. So on an alarm, it can automatically say, turn on a fan, but you can also control it yourself with SNMP ESET commands. You could remotely reboot a stuck modem or power cycle a piece of gear without driving out there.
That feels like where it moves from just monitoring to being, well, intelligent.
It is. The whole system runs on Linux, and it's not just passive. It can actively ping up to 64 devices on your network.
So it knows if your main router suddenly drops offline.
Instantly. And it can send an alert for that, too. You can configure up to 50 different events to trigger 20 what they call smart alerts.
And what can a smart alert do that a normal one can't? It's not just sending an email when it gets too hot, right?
No, this is where it gets really proactive. If a sensor event is triggered, say the temperature hits a critical level, the system can automatically send SSH commands to your servers.
Wait, so it can tell a machine to shut itself down cleanly?
Exactly. It can trigger a soft shutdown or a reboot. That could give you the crucial minutes you need to prevent permanent damage, all without a human touching anything.
And you can see what's happening too, right? With cameras.
Yep. It integrates with NTI's IP cameras, so any event can trigger a snapshot. You get a picture of the water on the floor right next to the humidity reading. It's hard evidence.
That's incredible. But what about the monitor itself? All this protection is useless if the device itself fails.
They thought of that. The power setup is, well, it's robust. It has dual redundant power supplies. If one fails, it just auto-switches to the other seamlessly.
And if the power goes out completely?
It can fall back to an optional internal battery. That gives it about 2 more hours of life, plenty of time to send out those critical alerts and shut things down properly. It's all about layered redundancy.
So to pull it all together, the E-2D-48V is this highly resilient automated system that brings serious environmental and network monitoring to those forgotten telecom-style remote sites.
Right. And that brings us to our final thought. This device supports serious security. We're talking HTTPS, SSH, AES 256-bit encryption, bank-grade stuff.
Which you'd want if it has the power to SSH into your servers.
Precisely. So the question for you to think about is this. When we put so much effort into securing our firewalls and our data, what does it mean to apply that same level of security rigor to the physical monitoring of that closet server? This really integrates your physical security into your total cyber defense posture. Something to consider.